Hey guys, Lek here. Today I'm gonna show you how to replace your in-house gas water heater. The one we have here is about 16 years old, so it's 6 years past its prime. The warranty basically means how many years you should have it before you replace it. This one was a 10-year. So before this goes, I want to replace it. Just have a peace of mind in the house. So let's get started. First thing we do with gas water heaters, turn off the gas. You can do it at the main valve, or you can do it with the one that's right next to it going to the heater. So all you do is turn this knob perpendicular. Once it's perpendicular, that means the gas is off with the pipe. Next thing we do is we turn off the cold water right here. After that, I'm gonna, so now the water source is off. Now I'm gonna open up hot water at a sink up top. This way the pressure is relieved when we drain the water. So I'm going to run up and do that. Faucet hot water opened up top. Just to show you guys, this was the cold water pipe. Perpendicular means the water's off. Over here, perpendicular means the gas is off. I'm going to cut these off over here. After we drain the water, unscrew the flute. This is our gas line going down here. So we're going to have to unscrew these guys here. I did a few hours ago turn my heater to vacation mode so the water wouldn't heat up, so when I drain it it's not so hot. Now that way I'm gonna check if my gas is off by looking in there, and I don't see the pilot light, so I know the gas is off now. Easy way to check. And with this older heater, here's a little rig I set up to drain the water. Since I'm in a basement, I got this pump that's powered by a drill. It's cheap, it was like 15 bucks. Connected the hose from the heater to this little pump that's connected to the drill. Just make sure you have the in and out connections correct. Then this hose is going to my basement sink. So all I'm gonna do now is unscrew the drain. And now the water should be going. Alright, I can hear it. Good. So we're gonna let that drain. And when it's done, we'll come back. Let's just make sure it's draining. Okay. The drill contraption did not work well, so I'm just draining it the old school way, using a bucket and the hose. So once we get this done, we'll get back to disconnecting the rest. Thanks for watching. So I mentioned, as the water's draining, you can also relieve this, open up the pressure valve here. Heard a little hiss. This way, you get full relief using the open hot water faucet up top, as well as this. Just make sure it's parallel like this, not up and down, because that locks it up. Yeah, that's a 4th bucket, so almost there, guys. All right, so we've got the water drain. I close this valve back up. Now we can disconnect these pipes right here, the hot and cold water pipes, as well as the flute. So let's get to that. So I got my little copper pipe cutter, about 10 bucks from Home Depot. I'm using these flexible hoses, shark bite, best thing ever invented. We're gonna connect it to the new heater and just snap on right to the copper pipes. This way we don't have to solder and play around with welding and all that. So since I have this edge here, I'm gonna leave about myself this much space and just cut this guy right here. Close that blower valve now as well. As you see, it's shiny. I already cleaned them up with some sandpaper while I was draining the water. This way we have a nice clean connection. I'll still have to round out the edges once I cut this off. So cold water is disconnected. I'm gonna turn out the hot water just in case there's anything else here that might drain for now. And I moved the grounding wire up as well. So go about the same level here. is still hot. Let's see if there's any hot water actually coming out. No, just a couple of drops. That's why we had the faucet open, so everything drains out from the pipes as well. We can unscrew the flute now. That's about it. Wedge them up here. There we go, perfect. So now we can disconnect the gas. The part that everybody worries about. As long as you're being safe and take the right steps, there's nothing to worry about. Different pipe wrenches here that I'm going to try using. Basically, this is a two-piece. I'm going to grab the bottom and the top and loosen this up. Then we're going to take these apart close to the heater, so you know we want to remove it nice and clean without any damage, because we're going to reuse all this. So I'm going to use this big guy for support here. Try this one right here. Not a lot of space to work with here, so. It doesn't want to grab. Let's try from the bottom. There we go. We're loose now. Yeah, I was grabbing the wrong one. I grabbed the bottom piece. It's a nut over that. Alright, so gas is disconnected right now. So now we're gonna I'm gonna have to take this whole one out too. And I see teeth marks, so it looks like that was the process before. Ah, that's easy. Alrighty. Smell a little gas residue, but that's just probably the. So I'm just gonna put this bag over the pipe just to keep any residue gas from leaking out. Not necessary, but why not? There we go. Okay, up there is all safe. Now we can remove the bottom piece. And that goes by hand, that's easy. Well, I gotta remove the whole thing actually, so. This is really annoying. Come on. Alright, I gotta remove this piece as well. It's like a puzzle. Alright. There we go. Gas pipe disconnected. Just Gotta remember how to put it back together. At this point, our heater is disconnected. We can get this guy out and get the new one in. I don't want to move this gas pipe too much. I'm gonna check for leaks up here as well once I move it around, because I gotta get this guy out now. I'll go around this way. Definitely not a lot lighter. Getting all that water. There we go. Old guy's out. Put him right there and bring us the new one. We've got the new water heater. Rahim brand. It seems to become one Home Depot carries. It was about 414 bucks. 6-year warranty. I didn't go for the 9 or 10 or 12 year. You're paying double the price for the warranty, and honestly, if anything goes wrong, you still got to replace it. So I went with the cheaper one. After 6 years, something goes wrong, I'll just replace it instead of paying double the price for 10 year and then still replacing it. That's just my theory. Before I put the heater in, I'm gonna put the pen under it. The old one didn't have it. What this does, along with this water alarm, if there's ever any leaks, this alarm sits in the pan. Anything leaks from the heater into the pan, alert you. You can also use these under the sink and anywhere you might have water leaks. So it's a pretty cool feature. The Home Depot guy told me to try. It was 10 bucks. I think 15 or 20 for this. Worth it. So let's. This is actually a drain pan, so we're gonna remove this part since we're not draining anything. I'm just gonna use some aluminum tape to seal it up. I'll do one inside and I'll do another piece outside. That way if there's a water leak, it will fill up. And that's it. Pull it sealed. We'll drop this on the bottom. Now we can get our water heater inside. Before I do that, I'm going to install the pipe that goes in here. Blow-off pipe, whatever it's called, relief valve pipe. It'll be easier to put it in before I get this in. So let me get that. I use the Oakley Fast Tape, Best Sealing Tape. Basically it's just thicker, so you use less of it. Heavy duty. So measure this guy out. I'm just going by what the old one was. I'm not sure if there's a specific length it should be. Doesn't even matter, it's just a pipe. Alright, that part's installed. Let's get this reinstalled. being careful not to rock the gas pipe back and forth. I don't want to loosen up any other connections. Okay. Before I connect the water, I just want to measure if the gas pipe connection here is going to be the same height as the old one. So those are 14 inches, and this one is also at 14. So it's actually the same exact height where the gas connects. So that's a good sign. Before we do that, we're gonna hook up the water. So let's get to that. So see, there is it's marked cold, hot, so you don't have to stress out which one goes where. There's little covers here we're gonna pull out. These are all the same. There is no specific one for hot or cold water. Just making sure there's nothing special here. Make sure we got a good length. It's flexible. It's actually really long. Let's see if this will work. I don't want to bend in too much. These have rubber gaskets inside, so we don't need any Teflon tape on it. Tighten them, but you don't want to over tighten it either. I just want to see how to pull this one. I'm not liking it. It's a little long. This heater is about 3 inches taller than the old one. So what we might have to do is connect it up here. Let's see how the hot one looks. Same with the hot one. I'm gonna cut this off more. I'll move these guys up here, and then it should be a cleaner connection. So I'm not gonna waste your time with that. I'll just get it done, and we'll continue from there. Rubber gasket, so you don't want to over tighten. That's bad. Okay, we're going to install the flute. Comes with a brand new top. There's little tabs that snap into the heater right here. Do that. It lines up nicely. I'm going to drill a hole here just to secure it. float is installed. I'm going to put a couple of screws in here as well later, just to make sure it's fully secure and won't move anywhere. Now we can make sure that it's the drain valve is turned off and closed. Which appears to be. We're gonna fill the heater up. We're gonna fill this heater up now. Once it's all filled up, then we can connect the gas, test it for leaks, and we'll be done. I'm going to open up the hot water right now, but I'll turn off the faucets, and then I'll test them if it's all coming out, because you want to clear out all the pipes before you start running it through. So let's do a close-up of the connection we got here. The foot is all nice and aligned. We're going to screw these down. Water connection for the hot, cold. Pulling up right now. We got the gold valve pipe installed. This is a setup of a new heater. Very pretty. Automated, has safety features and so on. This is the new drain valve. Everything's plastic now. Here's a tub that we're gonna put the water sensor in. And next, gas. So I'll be back once this is filled up. Alrighty, we got the water filled up. I flushed the pipes, meaning I turned on all the hot water faucets, a couple of them up top, so they can refill with the water, so there's no empty pipes. Now we're gonna reconnect the gas. I already cleaned these guys up from the old residue. And I'm just gonna do the same with this one over here. Actually, this one is, oh no, this is the other connection, so we don't need to. I'm just gonna wipe it down. Alrighty. So now back to the puzzle. So we're going like this, the drain, and like this. So we got the Pro Dope pipe joint compound for natural gas and other things. That's what we're gonna use. So I'm gonna lube all this stuff up. And be generous, you can always wipe it off. It's better to have more than less and prevent any leaks the first time. Alrighty. I'm gonna go with this guy. I should have. Both ends first. Okay. course this one's gonna go. Wipe off the excess. Now we're gonna do the little drain plug. So this basically, if there's any supposedly gas, residue or moisture, it just collects down there. Nothing came out when I took this off, but that's what I was told. Alrighty. Now the main connection. I did take this piece apart as well and reconnected it with fresh grease, so everything's nice and clean. Make sure this is the copper or brass connection that goes between here and here. So I want to make sure this is all nice and clean. Alright, now the main connection. This actually didn't have grease on it because of this connection, so I guess that's the way we'll do it. Just to give it one last wipe before we do. So this should sit flush. And then just a compression type fitting. I'm gonna get the big boy for this. Okay, stuck. And this should be it, guys. We're gonna turn on the gas, test for any leaks, ignite it, and we'll be good to go. So for leaks, purchased this. It's exactly made for this purpose. So as you see, my cutoff valve is here, so I'm going to test this part, this part, this part. I'm going to go up here too, since I was moving this whole pipe around. Let me show you guys how we did the connection here. everything's sealed up. The compression fitting. There should be no leaks anywhere. Let's give it a test. First, I'm gonna do this part. And you can smell for the gas too. Not everybody can. That's what this is for. So I'm actually gonna soak them first. Turn the gas on. Alright, I don't see any bubbles up here. I'm gonna turn it off. I'm gonna go back to the bottom. Just a little extra safety. Soak all the connections I just made. And I'm not gonna be cheap about it. This is my and my family's life at stake here. I want to make sure I did this right. I'm going to turn on the gas. And now we're basically looking for any bubbles. I don't think I see anything. I think we're good. We can move on to igniter next. Let me just clean this up. Alright guys, I checked out the manual. Ready to ignite it. I'm gonna turn the gas back on. They tell you smell for gas. Anywhere here. I haven't smelled anything. I already tried this. So remove the door. Over here we have the little window where we're gonna see if the flame is lit. So they said, you know, if you smell gas, you flip this into off position, wait 5 minutes, let it all clear out. I already did that. We have indication lights here and everything. So we're gonna drop this to pilot, and then we're gonna hit the igniter, and that should ignite the system. So push this down. Alright, so to show you guys what I just did, was I dropped it from off to pilot, I held it down, that released the gas, and then I was hitting the igniter till it lit. The blue light means it's normal operation, and when you check through the window, you can see that the pilot light is lit. So we are complete. I'm gonna close this back up. Smell around for gas leaks one more time just to be safe. And yeah, thanks for watching. Sorry if the video was a little long. It was actually the first time I was doing this. So yeah, it wasn't so bad. Safety first, just make sure there's no gas leaks, test it for that. Get your water connected, make sure you don't damage the pipe so you don't get any leaks. Read all the directions in the manual that comes with the heater as well as on the box. Even when you pick this up, for example, Home Depot, they'll give you advice how to install it. But if you don't feel comfortable, definitely ask somebody to do it for you. A professional will be a good idea. You are messing with gas, so you want to be safe. Thanks for watching. Questions, comments, please below. Check out my other videos with my house renovation projects as well as some car stuff. Thumbs up and subscribe. Thanks guys.